Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Military murder is an independent project and is not endorsed by the Department of Defense or any military component. The views expressed are those of the host. The content of this podcast is not meant to be legal or medical advice. Warning, this episode contains graphic details of murder and is not suitable for young listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back, True Crime Army. I am your host, Margot, and this is Military Murder, a show where I focus on crimes committed by military members and veterans, and sometimes their spouses. But don't worry, you don't have to know anything about the military to listen, I promise. You just have to be a true crime enthusiast, and if that's you, welcome home. All right, everyone, this is another segment of breaking news. When today's story first broke a few weeks ago, my inbox was overflowing. Listeners wanted me to share that Saria Barney was missing from Alaska. But just as I was getting ready to share Saria's missing persons poster, there was a break in the case. Saria was found deceased. Throughout the following week, the facts that came to light were devastating. But the mystery surrounding it all, a motive, still remains. Since this is a breaking news story, my typical breaking news disclaimer. All of these stories are developing stories. What is initially reported may be different from what comes out at trial, but most importantly, I will be naming suspects, and it's important to remember that all suspects, even if charged, are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And with that, let's get into it. Join me today as I tell you the breaking news story of Saria Barney. Now, let's dig in.
A missing Utah woman has been found dead and her husband has been arrested. Saria Hildabrand.
Saria Barney, a 21-year-old Alaska National Guardsman, was reported missing by her husband of less than a year on Monday, August 7th. Saria's husband is a 21-year-old active duty Army soldier. His name is Zarrius Hildabrand, and he is assigned with the 2nd Infantry Brigade Combat Team, 11th Airborne Division at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson. Saria's missing persons poster indicated that she was last seen on Sunday, August 6, 2023 at 10 a.m. near Mockingbird Drive and Alpenhorn Avenue, which was near the young couple's apartment. Saria was last seen wearing a black t-shirt, black jeans, and black shoes. She was on her way to work. She was carrying her purse but had left her cell phone at home. She is 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighs about 160 pounds, has brown hair and green eyes. Well, within days of Saria being reported missing, Saria's family had flown in from Utah to help in the search for the missing Saria. Her missing persons poster was beginning to pick up steam on Facebook. By Wednesday, August 9th, Zarrius shared his missing wife's poster, asking Facebook for help. Then suddenly, of course, the comments start rolling in. Some comments hoped for a safe return for Saria, but one poster in particular was not impressed with Zarrius. I'm going to call this poster MD. MD wrote, quote, "Funny, not funny how there was absolutely no mention on your Facebook of Saria being missing until you got called out for it. Dude, just tell her family where she is," end quote. Zarrius then responded with quite a lengthy response. He wrote, quote, "MD, I hate to respond to this, but you seem pretty persistent. So A+ for the effort. And if you must know, I didn't have access to my phone or any kind of device for 12 plus hours yesterday. And when I finally got it back, I used it for communications back and forth to people to pass along information / obtain information such as the picture I posted, and all this was done before I saw your comment. And if I knew where my wife was, any parties involved under the investigation would have known by now. So, unless you have something positive to say or any news regarding my wife, I would greatly appreciate if you would comment on my post. I think he meant would not comment on my post. Thank you and have a wonderful day. And then he left it with a little smiling face with teeth emoji. I mean, listen, Zarrius' response seemed fair enough. While it is 75% hashtag the husband did it, I always kind of feel a little bit bad just assuming. So by Thursday night, unbeknownst to the masses, investigators had found Saria's body. Her body had been stuffed in a storm drain near the 1400 block of Alpenhorn Avenue, near her apartment. She was dead from a single gunshot wound. By Friday mid-morning, the Anchorage PD updated their missing persons poster, and the update read, quote, "This is now being investigated as a homicide. 21-year-old Zarrius Hildabrand has been taken into custody and remanded at the Anchorage jail for murder 1, murder 2, and tampering with evidence." As the days went on and media outlets got their hands on the charges, a picture began to emerge that showed everything that was going on behind the scenes while everyone was looking for Saria. And this is what has been released by authorities with regards to Saria's murder. Authorities believe that Zarrius shot Saria on Sunday, August 6 around 2:45 a.m. And this is confirmed by a neighbor who says that they heard a gunshot around this time. Before the shooting, Zarrius and Saria had been out drinking to celebrate Zarrius' 21st birthday. Of course, Zarrius did not admit to shooting Saria. Instead, his version of the story is that after a night of partying, Saria had to wake up early to go to work on Sunday. She left her house around 9 a.m. that morning with her wallet and her purse, but she left her phone at home. Zarrius said that Saria walked to work and he was supposed to pick her up after work like around 7 p.m. Anyway, when Saria's mom was wondering where Saria was, Zarrius told the same story. Saria left for work, and when he went to pick her up at about 7 p.m., her employer informed him that Saria had never arrived to work that day. Zarrius claimed that from Sunday through Monday, he contacted all of their mutual friends, called all the hospitals, jails, and even contacted Saria's family in the States. The following day, Monday, Zarrius reported Saria missing to the Anchorage Police Department. A news article I read said that Saria's employer received a text message from Saria at 10:45 a.m. that Sunday, stating that she wasn't going to work that day. Zarrius, because remember, Saria's phone was at home, well, Zarrius claims that he never sent that message from Saria's phone. When police interviewed Zarrius at his apartment the day after he reported his wife missing, making it Tuesday, they noticed 2 guns on the table. One gun was fully loaded. The other gun was missing a single bullet. And as they passed through the bedroom, they noticed the bed had 0 sheets, and nearby they saw a pack of new sheets just laying on the floor. When the police asked Zarrius for permission to lift the bed for a peek and look, Zarrius was like, "No can do. I got weird sex stuff under there." When police left Zarrius' apartment, they immediately started to work on a search warrant. That apartment just wasn't right.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
During their investigation, investigators learned that sometime after the neighbor heard the gunshot through the following day, Zarrius made his way to the store in 3 separate trips and purchased the following. He purchased marinara sauce, sheets, a mattress cover, hydrogen peroxide, an empty spray bottle, and a 96-gallon garbage can. Once the search warrant was approved, they entered the apartment, and this is what they found. The mattress was soaked with blood. There was so much blood it soaked all the way to the carpet and wood flooring under the carpet. They found evidence of blood in the bathtub and on the floor. They also found the bloody garbage can near the apartment in like a path leading to the woods. It was when authorities used a drone to search that area that they found Saria's body in a storm drain. Sadly, the New York Post reported that Saria and Zarrius met while Saria was at basic training in the summer of 2022. They were married by December of 2022, and the following month, Saria moved to Alaska to be with her husband. Saria's mother is truly saddened by her daughter's death and said she could have never imagined this would happen to her. Zarrius' bond has been set at $500,000, and he has been charged with murder 1, murder 2, and tampering with evidence. It is reported that Saria Barney was a medic with the 1st Battalion, 297th Infantry Regiment. When Saria first went missing, her family put together a GoFundMe to assist with the search efforts, and it is still active. On August 11th, the GoFundMe organizer made an update, informing all supporters that on that day, Saria's family had been notified of her death. It stated, quote, "With this update comes great sadness to think that Saria is gone from our lives. However, there is some relief knowing that she has been found," end quote. They also thanked law enforcement, Army CID, and everyone who supported the search efforts. The update further indicated that the battle isn't over because now the efforts must switch from the search for Saria to assisting police, planning the funeral, and getting Saria from Alaska to Utah to be laid to rest. On an update dated August 14th, the organizer was so grateful to everyone. They sat down with the family and went name by name across all the people who had donated. They also continued to ask for support. On August 18th, they posted pictures of Saria's body arriving to Utah with an American flag draped over the casket. The message read, quote, "Saria arrived from Anchorage, Alaska to Salt Lake City International Airport. We are fortunate as the Army was able to take care of her transport from airport to airport. She was met by an Army honor guard along with her father, stepmother, grandmother, brother, and 2 sisters. Sadly, Saria's mom was not able to meet her at the airport because she was in Alaska preparing to testify before the grand jury. That night, they held a remembrance for Saria at Camp Williams. Saria's story is truly heartbreaking, and reading that her mom couldn't attend her homecoming because she was busy with court things, that just goes to show how this process is exhausting for families. Not only do people lose their loved ones, but then they have to chase the justice system and see it through to the end to get justice for their loved ones. I imagine that Zarrius' trial will take place in the next 24 months. I will be sure to keep everyone updated, so be sure to follow me on social. You can follow me there on Instagram at Military Murder Podcast, on TikTok at Military Margot, or on my YouTube channel at Mama Margot. As I indicated, Saria's family is still looking for help through their GoFundMe page. Mama Margot Productions has made a contribution. I ask that if you're able to assist, you also donate. Thank you for joining me in this breaking news segment. Stick around and I'll catch you in my next regularly scheduled episode. My sources for this episode include the family's GoFundMe page, Facebook, WABI, Fox 13, Alaska Dispatch News, Military News, and the Army Times. Military Murder is a Mama Margot production. This segment was made possible by all of my listeners. The theme music was created by Tyops. Until next time, remember, you never really know what someone is capable of, so remain vigilant always. You have a fabulous week, and I'll keep digging to bring you another military murder story next time.
Shh, Mom's working on our podcast.